Hi all, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here then always a warm welcome. As always, if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, really does help the channel out. Now I know I say this at the start of every video, but there is a reason, because every single like and comment that you're able to do really does make a difference to the channel. It enables the visibility of my channel to grow, meaning new people can come in and find my channel outside of the ones where I try and promote it on my Instagram and Facebook. And it's not just for me, it's for any new channel that you are watching their videos and you like them. Pressing that like button really does mean a lot, and it will help everyone to grow that little bit more. So I just wanted to take the time to say a massive thank you to everyone that's recently been liking and commented on the videos. It's been really nice to see the comments, and just gives you a little bit of a confidence boost that, you know, people do like what I'm doing, which is really nice. But yeah, so I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's been doing that. And I know it can get a bit repetitive with the opening bit of always saying the same thing, but it really does help out. So yeah. Okay, well, I have been away for 2 weeks, obviously. So I went on holiday with my partner, Damien, to Thailand, and it was a really needed break. It was so good. So we spent the first week in Bangkok, and we went around to loads of different temples, took a riverboat tour, did loads of shopping. I mean, there's shopping centres out there are massive, and there's like a street where they're all kind of like a row of them all together, and you can literally get from one end of the street to the other end without even going on the pavement, because you can just, all the supermarkets are connected. It's really amazing. The weather was okay. We got caught in a few thunderstorms in the evening, which wasn't too bad. It only affected one market that we really wanted to go to that we just didn't get time to go to. I mean, because every time we went, it would then start raining, which was just hilarious. And then the last week we spent in Phuket, which is actually more of a nightlife scene, which we didn't realise. We were not really into that, so we mainly spent most of our time by the beach or relaxing at the pool, and then heading into town for dinner, and then just coming straight back. But that was really needed. We didn't do too much sightseeing, which is why if you're following me on Instagram, you'll see that my stories from when the first week at Thailand were pretty much pictures every day, whereas the second week not so much. But it was really good to be able to relax, and it enabled me to think about things and decide and prioritise a lot of things that have been going on. So not art-wise I'm feeling a bit better, a bit more confident with where I'm going with it, but just other personal factors. There were things I needed to decide and just sort out whether things are worth the stress and things like that. So that was really needed, and I think sometimes it's difficult to do that when you're in your day-to-day life and you're working and things like that. You just want to kind of meet expectations of everybody else without fully thinking about the impact it's going to have on you as a person. So taking that time away from everything to process it, I think, was really needed. Now I will say I don't have any video footage from my time in Thailand, mainly because, well, two reasons. One was I've only got the one camera, and if anything had happened to that camera while I was out there, then I wouldn't be able to do any more videos for YouTube for a while. And I thought, rather than setting me back loads of videos, I just wouldn't take that risk and take it on holiday. Also, the only tripod I have is very large, which is great for when I'm at home, but it's a bit more difficult to manoeuvre. Although while I was in Thailand, I did get a much smaller bendy tripod, which is really good, and I'm really looking forward to using that to do some closer shots and different angles of things rather than always that overhead view. So we'll see how that goes. Those sort of videos probably won't be till after Inktober, but I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But yeah, so I haven't done any vlog footage, but if you're interested in vlogs and things like that, then do let me know. It's something that if enough people want it, then I'll consider investing in a camera, just solely for vlogs and things. But obviously it is an expense, so I need to weigh up whether it's going to be worth it, whether it's something that people on the channel actually want, and then just consider all those options first. So yeah, so do let me know. Right, that's enough introduction rambling, let's get on with this video. If you can hear all this background noise, I do apologise. My little brother and the cats are playing, so but anyway, this video, so we're back to my Aaron sketchbook videos. Really enjoy doing these. I've said before, they're just a great way to be able to get a bit of artwork done, a YouTube video done in a short amount of time. This one is eye studies. Now I'm using my Reeves gouache set as normal. I have actually, since doing this video, picked up some Winsor and Newton designer gouache in a couple of colours because I didn't have them in my Reeves set, which I commented on in the Reeves gouache set review video that I did a few videos back. And I'm now considering doing a review and comparing the two. So that will be kind of like a bonus video, just very short. I'm just comparing the quality, because I did say in that initial review that obviously I've got nothing to compare it to, and that if I did get something better then I would try and compare it. So if you're interested in that, again, let me know. But for this, so the reason why I've decided to do eyes is I feel they're a really important part of a portrait. So when you're doing a portrait, the best part of the emotions and stuff all comes from the eyes. So like they say, eyes are the window to the soul. So if they aren't fully correct, then your piece can feel a bit lifeless, or at least that's how I've been feeling about mine. So I wanted to get some practice in for those. Now the technique I used for this was trying to do a wash of colour and then go back to each eye to layer up some more. I made a mistake with the brown eye in the way that I layered it, because the way I had done it, I tried putting too many layers on at once and it just kind of muddied the colours, and you'll probably see in this video I keep trying to go back to it to fix it, and it just didn't really work. Now I have all these eyes, as you've seen, pre-drawn. Reason for that is because I was honestly worried that an hour wouldn't be long enough to draw them out and paint them at the same time, and I was correct. I had just enough time to paint all of these, and even then it was a bit of a push towards the end. So yeah, so these were pre-drawn. Maybe for the next set of eye studies that I do, because I do want to do it again, I'll consider doing it without any line work there. But I thought to get me used to how proportions of eyes work and things like that, that the line drawings would be helpful first. So technically I cheated, but you know, it was for a good reason. Now, the rest of it, I mean, I really enjoyed doing this. As I said, I wasn't too pleased with how the brown one turned out, simply because of that layering of colours. I tried doing lots of variants and skin tones, trying to do them a bit more unnatural as well, so that I can play around with value studies and tones, which was another way to get a bit more exercise in, something a bit different. I did find my favourite eye is actually the middle one. The middle one, for me, once it had been painted, it just felt like there was so much emotion to it, because it was all red rimmed, you've got the smeared makeup, and it really did, you could tell there was emotion to it. So even without the rest of the face, you can tell that this person's in distress and things like that. And that's kind of what I want to achieve for the rest of the eyes, and I was starting to get there, but I think this middle one really kind of finished it off with, yeah, that's what I need in my pieces now. Now that I can do proportions of the eye, I now need to practice doing emotion, which is why I'm saying I'll probably do a second lot of eye studies, just so I can practice getting that emotion into each eye. Now I did leave the top left eye for last, simply because when I'd drawn it out, it was my favourite one, and I was really kind of nervous at putting paint on, because I don't know if you've had it before, but when you've done a drawing, you really like the line work that's been done, that sometimes is a bit daunting to put colour onto it in case you mess it up. So yeah, so I was a bit nervous about that, but I'm actually kind of pleased with how it turned out. The eyelashes in particular were a bit of a struggle for me, but I was using a very, very fine brush, so I was able to get that to look a little bit better, so that the strands of the eyelashes aren't so clumped together. So I was really pleased with that one. Now, overall, I think eye studies are a really great way to improve your portraits. Taking time to study each part of the face individually, I think, is really good. It just enables you so that when you do go to do a portrait, you know how each part should work and how that proportion should be and how to get the expression in certain things. So when it all comes together, it's just that little bit better. It kind of elevates your work that little bit more. And I have a habit of trying to run before I can walk. And so sometimes I'll go straight into drawing just a full face, and then it doesn't always work because I haven't taken the time to practice. Practice my eyes, mouths is something I need to practice, and just getting used to how it all works together. I do think it's really important to take a bit of time to practice those elements. But yeah, I mean, overall, pleased with how this one turned out. I think that's about it, really. I know this has been a very rambly voiceover. I mean, to be fair, all of my voiceovers are very rambly. I don't think I can really change that. It's just kind of how I am. I do always try and have a plan of how I'm going to talk and what I'm going to say, but I never really stick to it. I just kind of go along with it. But yeah, as I said, the main things, if you are interested in any of vlogs or that little bonus episode of comparing Reeves to Winsor & Newton gouache, then please let me know in the comments below. It just gives me an idea of what sort of thing you want from this channel, because as much as I love doing these videos, I also want to give you guys things that you're interested in seeing. So do let me know. Now, I just want to do a quick note about Inktober. So obviously Inktober's coming up, and I am actually taking part this year, which I've never done before. I'm going to be doing Inktober, so the next video should come out on the 7th of October, after the first week of Inktober. And I'm also going to have a little introduction to that video, just explaining how I'm going to do the layout of my Inktober videos. The way I'm trying to do it is more of a week in review of each Inktober, so just see how it goes. As I said, I won't be using the new tripod for that because it is going to be more of an overhead setting, just looking into my sketchbook as I talk about each individual piece and where I got the ideas from and whether I think it turned out okay. I am a bit nervous. As I said, I've never done this before, and I don't really work with ink, so let's see how that goes. But otherwise, I will catch you in the next lot of videos. My links to everything is below as per usual, although I will admit my Etsy shop has slowed down. As I've mentioned in past videos, I am not really focusing on that at all at the moment, but hopefully in the next few months I'll have something coming up. I have a few ideas, it's just taking the time and money to be able to invest in that and do it properly rather than rushing into it. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one, and I hope you have a lovely day. And remember to hit that like button. It really, really helps out. I'll see you later.